Hey guys, welcome back to another day of Ride Garage. Today's vlog is going to be about winter prep for your car. And not just things you gotta do to your car, but things you should have. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this emergency snow zone kit. Now, you can go buy these things at I want to say probably Gander or Lowe's or somewhere that's got hardware. I'm sure they've got an emergency pack section, maybe at Walmart. They're probably there. This thing has been around for honestly, probably 15 years. This was in my mom's car when she bought it brand new in 2000. We've never had to use it, which is a good thing. So everything's still in here. And to use this as a perfect example of what you would really need if you went into an accident or you're in a snow blizzard and you can't get out or help's on the way and it's going to be a while. So to have one of these kits is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what's in one of these things. Oh, that was a text message. Oh, it's just impossible to open with one hand. I would have used a tripod, except I'm using my phone, so my phone doesn't fit on the tripod. Oh, this is never going to... Okay, finally. Alright. I had to use this the other day. It got really cold, and there's a bunch of frost on the car. So, number one, ice scraper. If you live in a part of the country like I do, I live in Iowa, it's going to get cold, it's going to get snowy. I mean, it's October, and it just had mist the other morning that I had to actually scrape off. I couldn't wipe off. So it's always good to have one of these. Next thing in this kit. Oh, these are cold. Holy crap. Emergency purified drinking water. Now, I know this kit's 16 years old. I don't know if these are a special kind of treated water. Expiration date 2006. So yeah, this kit's out of date, so I might want to get some packs of these and actually put in some good ones. But if these were up to date, you got emergency, I can't talk, purified drinking water. Looks like you got 3 packs of them. Holy crap, this has been used. But anyways, man, I need to refill this kit. It's pointless. It's half empty. Anyways, de-icer. This is great stuff to have, especially if you have key locks and you don't have power locks and you need to get in your car. This stuff is perfect. It melts the ice right away, especially if you got ice on your door handles or your wipers and you can't get it off. Use this stuff. It's good. Let's see what else. Flashlight. It's probably the world's worst flashlight, but it still works. Got the batteries. I wonder if there's an expiration date on batteries. I don't know. But, yeah, you got the batteries for the flashlight. Let's see, what's this? I've never really gone through this before. It's always just been in the car. Oh, it looks like a shovel. Okay, sorry, my camera stopped because I had too much memory. I had to delete something. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So, there's a shovel. Looks like it just extends out. Careful, don't break the glass here. There's an emergency warm blanket. I'm pretty sure what these things are. This one isn't a blanket. I think it's just to put over you. But those keep you warm. So you got some hand warmers. What are these, candles? Yeah, looks like candles and matches in here. Pair of looks like some thick wool gloves and a pair of directions. I don't know why you need directions, but that is everything that you would really need if you were in a situation that you couldn't get out of the car or you had to wait a while for help coming. So, I need to get some new water packets and I need to get a new can of de-icer, but other than that, none of this has been used. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's never even been touched. So, yeah, I'm going to go show you how to do some wipers. Alright, so This isn't the most traditional style of wiper. This is one of the more complicated ones. But I'll go ahead and go through everything you need to know. So, there's a certain name for these, but I just call them pins. The pin style wipers. You just pretty much, you got the arm here, and you got this pin, and you got this bar. Now, the wipers you'll usually get from like O'Reilly's or AutoZone, they have these connectors right here. Let's see if I can get it off. I can't get it off with one hand, but they come with like 3 or 4 different types of connectors to fit your vehicle. So in this case, I had to use these for the pinholes. Now, all you have to do is just put the pinhole on there, get it in, get up close, put it in the hole, push it down, and your wiper's on. And that little bar here keeps the wiper from coming off. So honestly, these are like the easiest ones to do, even though they look complicated, because they just come right off. Now, the traditional J-hook style, I'll have to get some of those wipers and show you. I don't have any with me, but they'll pretty much be, they're called J-hooks because they look like a little J like that. Now, on the inside of a J-hook, you have this little plastic piece, looks about right here where my finger is, and you just push it in, and you usually just pull straight down on them, and the J-hooks will come right out. I'll make a separate video on that once I have a car to do it with, since I only have these new styles. I don't know why they just didn't keep the original style, because I think they're easy enough. But they put all different kinds of wipers on. Alright, so I just told you about the wipers and those different styles. I just went to the store and we got some coolant and the fuse that we needed to replace. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make a separate video on how to do a coolant flush. I'll probably do that later this week. I'll just do the fuse along with it. But what was I gonna say? So, some things you need to know for winter prep. If you live in a state like I do, which is Iowa, your winters get pretty hard sometimes, and they're very chaotic. You know, one day is gonna be 10 degrees out and a foot of snow, and then the next day it's going to be all slushy and melty. I don't know that car. Anyways, sorry. Some things you want to do before winter comes. First things first, you got to check your tires. Always check how much air is in your tires. Fill them up to the proper PSI. For normal size vehicles, not trucks, it's usually around 35 PSI. Check the condition of your tires. If they're good, I think it's 7/30 seconds or something like that is like the bare minimum. I can't remember, but check your tires. Make sure they're good to go for winter. If they are, that's good. If not, think about replacing them. I wouldn't suggest going into winter with bald tires. It's not going to be fun, especially if you're front wheel drive or just rear wheel drive. What else? Do the coolant flush, like I just said. Sorry, my hand's shaking. Ugh. Do a coolant flush. The coolant flush is going to help your heat. If you got the same coolant that's been in the car for like the last 3, 4, 5 years, which happens a lot more often than you think, I would suggest doing a coolant flush. And for those of you who don't know how to do it, let's say today's Thursday. I'll probably post it tomorrow on how to do a coolant flush, or Saturday. So fill up your tires, check the condition of your tires, coolant flush, get new wipers, because having bad wipers in the winter sucks, especially when they get all frozen up. Get that winter prep kit I talked about and that we went over. You should get one of those. It's definitely a good thing to have. Check all over your fluids. Make sure everything is good to go, because to be honest, checking your fluids over winter is not very fun. So make sure everything is filled up. If you haven't done an oil change, I suggest you do one now, because then you won't have to do it until around January, February, depending on how much you drive. And I'd rather do it around then, because it might not be as cold. Another good thing to have is de-icer spray. Not the same stuff that's in the winter prep kit, but an actual like squeeze bottle. It looks like a Windex bottle, and it's clear. It's got like a yellow tint on the bottle. It's called de-icer. That stuff is amazing. If you come out to your car and you got like like a quarter of an inch of ice all over your windshield, the de-icer spray is going to take it away immediately. You spray it on there and it's gone. It just melts away. So to go over that list of things you should do, check the condition of your tires, fill up your tires, new wipers, coolant flush, de-icer spray, check your fluids if I had another finger, and or change your oil if you need to. So yeah, those are just the basics of surviving a winter with your car. Now, if you don't do any of these, chances are you're going to have some trouble when the warm weather comes around. If you don't change your oil over the winter, and I suggest changing it to a thicker weight, like 1030 or 1040, because you're going to need that thicker oil in the winter, because when it comes around and you get down to those negative temperatures, the last thing you want is thin oil, because when you start it up, your engine's extremely cold, so you're going to have a little bit of play. When you have thin oil with a little bit of play, you're going to have a lot of wear. So that's why it's better to have thicker oil, because it's just a better of a protectant. I would go with synthetic. I don't use regular crude oil anymore because of the differences. Synthetic oil tends to flow a lot better. And flow is definitely one thing you really need, especially in the winter when it gets all honey-like. The last thing you want is like a clogged oil pump just because you have crappy oil. And that could cause some serious damage if your oil pump is clogged and you don't get oil in the motor soon enough and it starts knocking. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'll post those videos up so you can see how to do a coolant flush if you don't know how to do one. I'll also change the fuse at the same time. I'll get my wipers. I should have just got wipers, but I don't know why I didn't. I think after that, I've already done an oil change. That's all I need to do, and I'm ready to go. I'd rather have all this done before it gets cold and starts snowing. It's just a better, more comfortable feeling. Have your car ready for winter. So that's what I'm gonna do. So go ahead and look for those videos, and I'll see you next time.